China's conspiracy on India's Apple story. Can India be prevented from becoming a manufacturing hub? Hello, friends. Is India really ready to become an alternative to China? Is the inclination of Apple and other global tech companies towards India bothering China so much that it is making new conspiracies to stop it? India, which has registered historic growth in the electronics manufacturing sector in recent years, is now emerging as a major global player. The Production Linked Initiative (PLI scheme) launched by the Government of India gave a huge boost to the sector, and Apple was the biggest beneficiary. Apple, which earlier made most of its iPhones in China, is now looking at India as a strong alternative. In 2024, India has crossed the historical figure of iPhone exports of 1 lakh crore rupees. This achievement is a matter of pride for India, but why is it a matter of concern for China? Today, we will discuss this topic in depth, but before that, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you will be the first to get our new video updates. So let's start today's discussion without any delay. China, which has been the center of global electronics manufacturing for decades, is now feeling uncomfortable with this change. China knows that if India becomes completely self-reliant in the manufacturing sector, its global grip may weaken. That is why China has now made a strategy to influence India's manufacturing sector. According to reports, China is now trying to stop the supply of essential high-tech machinery to India. The development of India's electronics manufacturing sector requires high-tech equipment, which is currently not widely available in India. This is the reason why India is still dependent on China in many respects. The report of Economic Times states that China is now reluctant to provide such machines and equipment to India, which are used in the production of smartphones, laptops, electric vehicles, and solar panels. This is a big challenge for India because if there is a delay in the supply of these equipments, then the speed of production in India may slow down. This move of China can have the biggest impact on those companies which are expanding manufacturing in India. Experts say that this step of China has been taken to stop the manufacturing plans of companies like Apple Supplier, Foxconn, EV maker BYD, and Lenovo in India. These companies have recently invested heavily in India, and if they do not get equipment and technical support at the right time, their projects may be delayed. Foxconn, which makes Apple's iPhones, is the most affected by the situation. Foxconn is a Taiwanese company, which used to be completely dependent on China, but a few years ago, it started shifting its operations to India. The company has set up two major plants in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, employing thousands of employees. But China is not ready to accept this change. The Rest of World report revealed that several Chinese employees of Foxconn have been barred from coming to India. Engineers and technical experts who were supposed to come to India to help set up the production process were suddenly instructed to cancel their trips. China even barred those employees who already had visas and flight tickets from going to India. It is not limited to stopping travel. The Chinese employees who were already working in India were also asked to be recalled. This strategy clearly shows that China does not want to allow India's manufacturing sector to grow stronger. China knows that if the production of electronics and other high-tech products accelerates in India, its own industry will be affected. To promote manufacturing in India, the Production Linked Initiative (PLI scheme) has played an important role. Companies like Apple were given many benefits under this scheme, which increased their investment in India. The result is that Apple 2024 exported $12.8 billion worth of iPhones. This data is troubling China because earlier this entire production was done in China. Now the question is whether India will be able to face this challenge. The government of India is fully aware of this situation and is looking for new ways to deal with this problem. The PLI scheme is being further strengthened so that manufacturing at the domestic level can be promoted. The government is now also working towards promoting indigenous technology and innovation so that dependence on China is reduced. Foxconn and other companies are also looking for new ways to deal with this problem. Local companies are being encouraged to upgrade technology so that production of high-tech equipment can be done in India. But this is a long process, and China will continue to pressure India till then. This time is very important for India. If this strategy of China is successful, then the speed of electronics and technology manufacturing in India may slow down. But if India overcomes this challenge, it can become one of the largest manufacturing hubs in the world. Due to the growing tension between the US and China, companies like Apple are now adopting a China plus one policy. Under this strategy, companies are increasing production in other countries by reducing their dependence on China. India can be the biggest beneficiary of this, but this will only be possible if India rapidly develops its manufacturing capacity and technological capabilities. Now, the question is whether India can turn this challenge into an opportunity. If India wants to strengthen its manufacturing sector, it has to take several important steps. First, India will have to invest more in its high-tech manufacturing sector. To end dependence on China, local production will have to be increased and new technologies will have to be adopted. India has to make a clear and strong policy to support Foxconn, Apple, and other companies so that they can move forward with their projects without any hindrance. Apart from this, India will have to become self-sufficient in the manufacture of semiconductors and other high-tech equipment. Besides, this move by China clearly shows that it wants to prevent India from becoming a strong manufacturing hub. But India has to turn this challenge into an opportunity. If India strengthens itself in technology and innovation, then this conspiracy of China will not be able to last for long. Now it will be interesting to see how India responds to this challenge. Will India adopt a new strategy to deal with this crisis? Will companies like Foxconn and Apple succeed in increasing their production in India? Will China succeed in stopping this growth story of India? Or will India defeat China with its new strategies? The answers to all these questions will depend on India's policies and global trade strategy in the coming years. But one thing is certain, this is not just a trade war, but an economic war between the world's two largest economies, in which India will have to strengthen its position. If you like our content and want to make our efforts even stronger, you can support us through the QR code given in the video or the UPI ID given in the description. Your every small contribution is valuable to us and will inspire us to make even better and informative videos. Your support is our strength. Also, if this video taught you something new or you felt that this information should reach others as well, then do not forget to like and share the video. If you have any questions or suggestions in mind, then do let us know in the comments. We look forward to answering your every question and listening to suggestions. And yes, if you want to stay updated with our every new video in the future, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you get every new information first. GRT Business always strives to give you accurate and reliable information. Our news is obtained from various news agencies, public opinion, and public sources. We try our best to verify every report, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our sole aim is to provide you with accurate and reliable information.